Mr. President, we had prepared a speech on violations the world over. Instead, I am obliged to address a human rights violation that occurred here, in this chamber. I'm referring to remarks that violate the anti-racism prohibition of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I'm referring to yesterday's statement by Syria, falsely accusing Israel of being a state that is not only, quote, built on hatred and a paranoid feeling of superiority, end quote, but also one that allegedly glorifies the ripping of flesh and the sucking of blood. Mr. President, this crude and coded language echoes the libel voiced by Syria on 8 February 1991 at the Human Rights Commission, when its delegate accused Jews of killing Christians to use their blood, whereupon she cited the book Matzah of Zion by former Syrian Defense Minister Mustafa Tlass. That speech was condemned at the time by 29 countries. We remind Syria that the EUMC definition of anti-Semitism includes, quote, using the symbols and images associated with classic anti-Semitism, e.g. the blood libel, to characterize Israel or Israelis, end quote. Mr. President, yesterday's patently false and hateful remarks are historical incitements to prejudice and violence. They have no place in the United Nations, and we call on all stakeholders to condemn them. Sadly, these words did not arise in a vacuum. For last week, during this Council's urgent debate on the flotilla, we heard similar motifs as Israel was speciously depicted as an attacker of innocent humanitarians, when in truth it was defending itself from violent jihadists bent on martyrdom. Once again, Israel was singled out by those seeking to delegitimize it. A resolution was adopted condemning Israel and creating yet another investigation where the guilty verdict was declared in advance. Tellingly, many accused the Jewish state of being, quote, inhuman, including Pakistan for the OIC, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, and Nicaragua. Mr. President, word is father to deed. History teaches that when